on the on climate change, there is a body, there is a government lobby, there is a minister. They are looking into climate change, but specifically for water, and water affects lives. Also, as a lot of people have said in the pandemic times, how badly infections have traveled from here to there. Water plays a role in that too. So we must have a think tank working, or 5 think tanks working with government, with policymakers, and the role of those think tanks is to create the relevant information for the relative department to take up and to implement solutions or give strategies for a way forward. For instance, if you have the Indus Basin, you do not have someone with authority. I'm talking about geographers, I'm talking about hydrologists, I'm talking about engineers and experts working together with the policymaker. Now, some people might say the dams are not as important as the underground storage of water. Some people might say that the groundwater being excessively withdrawn now is the condition of the groundwater, and depleting aquifers is going to create many hazards. But do you have exact mapping of the groundwaters, and do you have a contemporary system of not just skimming the surface of waters and pulling it up, or do you have a science and methodology by which you can know the state of groundwater and sift it and put multi filters to draw out water that is healthy and it can be used domestically or for agriculture.
सीमा ताहिर जी बिल्कुल, जैसे कि मौसमियाती तब्दीली के लिए एक इदारा और वजारत मौजूद है, लेकिन बिलखुसूस पानी के लिए भी एक इदारा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि पानी ज़िंदगी को मुतासर करता है। जैसा कि वबा के दिनों में भी बात हुई है कि कैसे पानी के ज़रिए अमराज यहाँ से वहाँ मुंतकिल होते हैं, तो पानी का इसमें भी एक बहुत अहम किरदार है। लिहाजा हमारे पास थिंक टैंक होना चाहिए जिसका काम हुकूमत और पॉलिसी बनाने वालों के साथ मिलकर काम करना और मसाइल के हल के लिए तजावीज़ देना हो। मिसाल के तौर पर अगर आपके पास इंडस बेस है, लेकिन अगर आपके पास कोई इदारा नहीं जहां आबी माहिरीन माहिर अर्जियात एक जगह मिलकर काम कर सकें, तो आप क्या करेंगे? कुछ लोग कहेंगे कि डैम का पानी से ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। ज़ेर ज़मीन पानी के हवाले से कोई हम असर निज़ाम मौजूद है या कोई साइंस है जिससे आपको ज़ेर ज़मीन पानी को काबिल इस्तेमाल बनाने में मदद हासिल हो, ताकि ना सिर्फ घरेलू सार्फिन बल्कि दूसरे सेक्टर्स में भी ये पानी इस्तेमाल किया जा सके।
So what we have gathered from this session, whereas Dr. Danish has already made a conclusion, I would just like to add that we have learned a lot from the pandemic, and having learned from how this pandemic was handled, there are lessons for how we handle whatever we need to do to meet SDG-6. So I will thank everybody here, and thank you, Seema. Last is never the least, and so we were able to really look at the connection between the learnings from the pandemic and how we move forward on SDG-6. I will now hand over to my colleague Sameen Huda for the vote of thanks.
तो हमने जो सीखा वो ये कि हमने वबा से बहुत कुछ सीखा और हमने कैसे वबा का मुकाबला किया। इसी तरह से पानी के मसाइल से निमटने के लिए हमें SDGs के साथ इनका मुकाबला करना होगा। आखिर में मैं सबका शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगी। अब मैं चाहूँगी कि मेरी साथी समीन हुदा वोट ऑफ थैंक्स दें।
What an insightful session that was. This webinar would not have been possible without the support of following. Thank you to the keynote speakers for today, Dr. Shahbaz Khan and Dr. Josine, for their insightful and interesting presentations. Thank you to Dr. Danish Mustafa, who moderated today's session seamlessly. And thank you to all our esteemed speakers who shared their expertise and knowledge with us. I would like to thank you to our lead sponsor, Anglo Foundation, who supported the Karachi International Water Conference since 2015. And also a big thank you to the co-sponsor hands of this webinar for their support and contribution. I would like to say thank you to Chairperson Hisar Foundation, Ms. Simi Kamal, and Mr. Zohair Ashir, Governor Hisar Foundation, the persons who are the backbone of Karachi International Water Conference. I would like to say thank you to Ms. Sana Baksa Musa, Journal Manager, Hisar Foundation, and Ms. Faria Ukeli, Manager, Strategies and Program. These two ladies are the asset of Hisar Foundation, and they manage this webinar series so well. A very big thank you to Ms. Seema Tahir, who are the media partners, Airwaves Media Group, which includes TV1, News1, FN91 and WhatsApp TV, for covering of our webinars on TV, radio and social media. In the end, I would like to thank each participant for your valuable time. Thank you everyone for making this session most interesting. I would like to invite you all in the next webinar of this series, which is also the closing of our webinar series. Thank you once again. Goodbye, take care and have a nice day.
Hisar Foundation and Engro Foundation, in association with TV1, News1, WhatsApp and FM91, presents the 5th Karachi International Water Conference webinar series on climate change and pandemic impact on water.